What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm very excited because I'm gonna make my very first vivarium. As you can see, the scene's a little different because I'm actually in my room. Unfortunately right now I don't have any reptiles in my house, but it's all about to change. Stick with us. We're gonna make this vivarium. I'm gonna show you how you can make yours, and I need comments. I need you to tell me what I should put in there. All I know is I want it to be a rainforest type vivarium, so let's get this started. Alright, and before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to Galapagos Products because they did hook me up with a bunch of awesome looking vines and hides and moss that we're going to use in the vivarium. They have, you know, some of my favorite products, and we're actually going to start carrying these. Just wanted to give them a shout out. Check them out if you haven't already. They're awesome products. Alright, so some of the products that we're going to need to make this vivarium is great stuff. This is like an insulation foam type thing that you're going to put and make as the background. You're going to need some silicone to basically stick the dirt that I'm going to show you in a second to the background to make it look really naturalistic. You're going to need some razor blades to cut off pieces of the background so we can put the silicone on it. You're gonna need all your decorations, which in this case I'm gonna use some cork bark, and I'm gonna use this tiki face that I'm gonna put in the background. Since it is TikisGeckos, I figured I would use this thing and make it look really nice. Another thing I'm gonna use is this pot that I'm gonna put in the background as well. That way if I wanna put some plants in there, maybe some pothos or ferns to make the enclosure look a lot nicer, we could do that. Of course, you're gonna need all your branches and hides, and depending on the type of animal you want, you know, your moss or maybe dirt, whatever you want. Now this is the soil that I'm gonna use for the background and for the floor. This is called Nature's Care. I bought it at Home Depot, and it's pretty much it's safe for the animals. You're not gonna have to worry about it having any sort of chemicals or anything that's gonna hurt your animals. When you're gonna use this for the background, you're gonna have to make sure that it's completely dry. I think it comes a little bit moist in here, so just put some out, maybe in your backyard or something, in a container, so the sun hits it and it dries up. That way you could use it for the background because it's not gonna really stick if it's already moist. So the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna grab the tank, put it on its side, and make the background of it. We're gonna take you step by step on how to do that.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, 2233, I'm on 10 again, state your name, big been dope on flame, I just switched the lanes, damn he did it again, I just flipped the pain, stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming, coming in, flex, I just wanna win.
Alright, so now that we sprayed the foam, it's gonna expand. It's gonna take about 24 hours for it to get hard all the way. That way you can start cutting it and putting the silicone. So now we just wait, but just make sure that when you spray that foam, obviously you put the pieces of cork bark or whatever you want to be in the background, you put it there and let the foam kind of hold it together. So you want to make sure you fill up all the little spots around it. That way it's gonna really hold it together and it's not gonna fall off once you start making your vivarium. Alright, so the next step is to actually carve out some of this great stuff foam and make it a little bit smoother, easier for the silicone to spread around. That way I could put some of the dirt on it. The dirt should be dry when we put it on, just so it sticks better, because a moist dirt is not going to stick as well. But yeah, now it's time to get your hands dirty, make this look like a real naturalistic enclosure, and yeah, it's going to be fun. Let's start carving.
Baby, who we running with? 2233, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action.
Be careful, kids.
Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard.
Alright, pro tip, next time, start off with a knife. It's a rated knife. Be careful.
The been dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping. Keep it on my body, bitch, I'm broke if you ask it. Don't gotta sell them, Cialis flawless. Broken whips as long as it is foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's an ass if she isn't gorgeous? Live my life, last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest, do not know when knocking on the door is. Came in, I came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsches coming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LABB who we.
Alright guys, so I started by putting some of the moss. I stuck it to the background as you can see. Now I'm adding some isopods to the dirt so they could break down all the waste matter. And yeah, check it out. Now I'm basically just adding a little bit more substrate, so some mulch and some moss. Alright, so I just used some of this Galapagos pillow moss to lay around in the cage. As you can see, the bright green color gives it a nice touch, good contrast. Now I'm going to use this corner cave. I'm going to put it maybe around here, just so the geckos could go in there, or whatever I'm going to put in here. It's going to be able to go in here, hide, and it's going to act a little bit like a human hide, but just a secure spot where they could, you know, feel secure. Secure spot. Alright guys, so I just came back from Home Depot, bought a bunch of little plants that I can put in the vivarium. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna wash them, make sure there's no pesticides on them or anything like that. So make sure they're safe for the animals in the tank. After we do that, we're gonna be almost done. Then we just gotta set up the branches, and then it'll be ready for the animals. Let's go. Now that we have the plants in there, we're gonna start adding some of the branches and making it look really, really naturalistic. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days for me to get this thing finally done, but I'm pretty much finished. I might add a couple more like things later on, but this is how I wanted it to look. Kinda, you know, very plain. Nothing too crazy, just a bunch of vines. These jungle vines from Galapagos. I have these pothos. There's some real life plants in here. We have the leaf litter, the moss, the tiki in the back because it is TikisGeckos, so we gotta get that. And just check it out. I glued a bunch of moss on the top, on the, you know, all around in the background with the cork bark. And I don't know, I think I did a pretty good job. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If I already have an idea of what I'm gonna put in here, but if you have a suggestion, let me know in the comments. As you can see, it's the rainforest setup, so it does have to be like rainforest type animals, which is my specialty, my favorite. But again, thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you think of ideas of how to create your enclosure, and I'll see you guys next week.